This is probably one of the toughest videos I've ever done because I'm going to, show vulnerability. I like to be upbeat and I like to be uplifting. And maybe some of you will find this uplifting. But a lot of you have been saying, thank you, Mustang Medic. I'm so glad you're back. And it's meant a lot to me. And I've often addressed it in a long post explaining what had happened when I left DC. And when I was in DC and I was running around shooting everything, I always said that when God closes the doors and the finances run out, that I will understand that as a time to go. I didn't think it was going to when I was saying that at the time, but I sincerely said it. I meant it. Well, as you can tell, some of you, the money ran out with the PayPal account being closed, the Venmo account, the Facebook account, which I found out, guys, is the Facebook account is actually still online, but I can't get access to it. Trying to contact somebody on Facebook is near impossible. But the Mustang Medic Facebook account is still up, which gives me hope that someday I'll have access to it. There's close to 15,000 people that have subscribed to Mustang Medic on there, but that's not what this is about. What happened was, I got to be careful about the way I talk about my kids because I don't want to do anything that would embarrass them. But my daughter Sarah was struggling, and I blame it on social media, partially because, and also partially me, because with the disease that was out there at the time. They were isolated. Then I was always on the ground, kind of looking at as Mustang Medic as a full-time job, like 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 9 to 7 sometimes. And I think it affected Sarah a lot. Please pray for her. Rachel's still with me. Sarah's and my son are with their mom now, but I still have Rachel with me, and she's about to go to college in June. And that's why I'm targeting to get near DC in July, hopefully. We'll see, again, man makes plans, God laughs. But what it triggered for me when the money ran out because the account's closed, again, I've mentioned that in the past with PayPal. And we've come up with a lot of different things now, and it's handled on the website. But this isn't about asking for that D word, if you know what I mean. I'm not bringing that up in this video. It's not important. And if you're not a Christian, I'm going to ask you to just hang with me a little bit because some of this might make sense. You don't have to just go to the next video because if you're not a Christian or you judge Christians, this would be a turnoff to you. But this is truly what happened with me, is that it triggered a depression in me, and I started isolating myself in my bedroom in DC for the last 2 months, October and November. And I couldn't pay the rent, which was very expensive. I've again made the assumption that it was going to just keep coming in. I didn't know about the strikes and all the closed accounts. I never predicted that. I really felt like there was freedom of speech online at that time. And you're not going to see any clips in this video because I'm just doing it straight. I'm not editing this. It's the hardest video to do, but it's the easiest to edit. So I got really depressed, and a friend of mine who I've known, who's relatively well off, I've known him for 30 years. He told me that I was a good man, and he started supporting me financially. And there was an opportunity for me in Arizona, so I went to Arizona, and I got here and I still was depressed. So I went a full 2 years being down and out and practically suicidal. And you're gonna hear kids because normally I would edit this stuff out. But it was very, very hard for me. And I couldn't get online. I couldn't go do a video. I couldn't fake it till you make it kind of thing. Because with my videos, I've always been like, they're going to be sincere. And I always, although I've been accused of this, that I'm not, but I've always wanted to do a video because I felt passionately about it, and it wasn't about the money of course, the views are awesome, and the financial support through the videos and people like you was awesome. But I knew that if I'm not sincere on video, then I'm just like everybody else. And I don't want to be like everybody else. So my daughter Rachel practically took care of me. And my friend Bill is still helping me. I don't even have a car. I'm like in this 4-block square radius of this place, walking everywhere. So I've been humbled. I've been humbled before. But the struggle has given me compassion for people that have suffered from depression or just feeling isolated and alone, there's a lot of people on YouTube. I was one of them that just watch YouTube videos all day, trying to distract themselves from their reality. So I know what that feels like. And I did a website called Isolation Kills on YouTube, and I linked that to the last button on the homepage of realmustangmedic.com. So if you're struggling,